What if there were unspoken challenges to traveling in your 70s and beyond? Things that many people don't discuss. As wonderful as it is to discover new destinations and make lasting memories, there are certain risks that can subtly affect your well-being and safety. Many mature adults plan their getaways with great excitement, but they may not be entirely ready for the quiet hurdles that can transform a dream trip into a stressful ordeal. In this video, we will reveal 5 significant, yet often overlooked, hazards of traveling after 70 that you should be aware of before you even think about packing. From health concerns like inadequate hydration and poor circulation to the complexities of managing long-term health issues far from home, these are the realities that can catch you off guard if you aren't prepared. Make sure you watch until the end, because knowing these risks will not only help you travel more wisely, but also empower you to stay safer and healthier as you enjoy your adventures. Let's dive in. Number 1. The sneaky threat of dehydration and mineral imbalance. Traveling after 70 can present unique tests, and one of the most disregarded yet critical dangers is dehydration and the resulting imbalance of essential minerals. As we get older, our body's thirst signals become less reliable, which can lead to us drinking far less water than we actually need. When you factor in that many seniors are on medications like diuretics or blood pressure pills that increase fluid loss, the risk becomes even more serious. Dehydration is more than just feeling thirsty or having a dry mouth. It can bring on fatigue, confusion, dizziness, and even lead to falls, something every older person wants to avoid, particularly when in an unfamiliar setting. And while it's easy to reach for coffee, tea, or an alcoholic beverage to unwind or stay alert while traveling, these drinks can actually worsen fluid loss, making proper hydration a real challenge. Consider Brenda, a 72-year-old who recently took a trip to the sunny deserts of Nevada. The dry air and her packed itinerary meant she drank less water than she normally would. On the 3rd day, she felt lightheaded and exhausted, which she initially brushed off as travel weariness. Soon after, she had to end her vacation early to get medical help for severe dehydration. The danger is in how discreet the symptoms can be, often blending in with the fatigue of travel or the thrill of seeing new sights. This is why it's vital to make a conscious effort to drink water all day long and pay attention to your body's signals. Always have a reusable water bottle with you, set reminders on your phone, and try to eat hydrating foods like fresh fruits and vegetables. Equally important are electrolytes, minerals like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, which are crucial for nerve and muscle function, including your heart. When you lose too much fluid, these minerals can get out of balance, causing cramps, weakness, and even an irregular heartbeat. Some older adults might notice swollen legs or increased tiredness during a trip, which are signs that their electrolyte levels need attention. Seniors who successfully manage their hydration report feeling more energetic, thinking more clearly, and being less susceptible to the unwelcome surprises that dehydration can cause. That translates to more freedom to explore, greater joy in new experiences, and less anxiety about sudden health problems. Your body might not scream, "I'm thirsty," anymore, but it still depends on water to work correctly. Being proactive about hydration is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect your health and maintain your independence while traveling. It's not just about drinking water. It's about safeguarding your entire well-being so your journeys can be as vibrant and wonderful as you deserve. The next time you get ready for a trip, make hydration your top priority from the start. Your body and your peace of mind will be grateful. Number 2. The unseen risk of blood clots and circulation issues. One of the most serious, yet frequently unmentioned, risks for travelers over 70 is deep vein thrombosis, or DVT. This condition occurs when a blood clot forms in the deep veins of the legs. It can become life-threatening if that clot breaks free and travels to the lungs. What makes DVT so alarming is that it can develop silently during long-haul flights, extended car rides, or any situation where you are seated for a prolonged time. As we mature, our circulation can naturally become less efficient, and our blood may thicken slightly, increasing the risk of clot formation. Couple that with sitting still for hours, limited legroom, and not drinking enough water, and you have a recipe for danger. Many seniors don't appreciate that something as simple as crossing their legs or staying immobile for hours can dramatically elevate their risk. Picture Arthur, a 75-year-old who embarked on a long flight overseas to see his grandchildren. He stayed in his seat for most of the flight to rest and not bother his fellow passengers. A few days after arriving, he felt a painful swelling in his calf. He assumed it was just stiffness from the flight, but it was actually DVT, which required urgent medical care. It is crucial to recognize the early signs. Symptoms can include swelling, warmth, and redness in the affected leg, along with a sensation of aching or heaviness. Unfortunately, these symptoms can be very subtle and are sometimes mistaken for a simple muscle pull. This is why prevention is your best defense. During your travels, it's vital to stay mobile. Get up and walk around at least once an hour, stretch your legs while seated, and perform simple ankle circles to encourage blood flow. Wearing compression stockings is another highly effective tool, as they apply gentle pressure to the legs to keep blood from pooling. If you have a history of blood clots or other risk factors, your doctor might recommend medication like blood thinners. Always consult your healthcare provider before your trip to review your specific health needs and any necessary precautions. Improving your circulation goes beyond what you do while traveling. Living a healthy lifestyle that includes regular exercise, a balanced diet, and staying hydrated will support your vascular system in the long run. It's also wise to avoid smoking and limit alcohol, as both can negatively impact circulation. Travel providers and airports often offer special assistance for seniors, such as help with mobility and access to more spacious seating. Never be afraid to request these accommodations. They exist to make your journey safer and more comfortable. Being proactive about your circulation not only lowers your risk of DVT, but also helps you feel better throughout your trip. No one wants their vacation to end with unexpected leg pain or a hospital visit. So, as you plan your next adventure, remember that your veins need attention too. Move frequently, stay hydrated, wear proper support, and be vigilant for any unusual symptoms. Taking these small steps can safeguard your health and ensure your travels are filled with the joy you seek. If you're finding this information useful, please let me know by commenting with the number 2 below. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our future videos. Your engagement helps us create more valuable content to keep you informed and inspired. Now on to our next point. Number 3. Increased vulnerability to infections and slower healing. Traveling is a thrilling way to open your mind to new cultures and experiences. However, for those over 70, it also comes with an often unseen threat: a heightened susceptibility to infections and the corresponding challenge of a slower recovery. This vulnerability is primarily due to the natural decline of the immune system with age, a process called immunosenescence. In practical terms, this means that germs that might only cause a minor cold or a slight stomach bug in a younger person can affect an older adult much more severely. Even a common respiratory virus caught on an airplane or in a bustling tourist area can lead to serious complications like pneumonia, which is a primary reason for hospitalization among seniors. Let's take the story of Walter, an energetic 78-year-old who loved to travel but misjudged this risk. Following a week-long cruise, he came down with a nagging cough and fever. What began as a simple cold rapidly escalated into pneumonia, leading to a prolonged hospital stay that derailed his plans. Stories like Walter's are not uncommon. They underscore how crucial it is to take preventive actions seriously. One reason older adults are at greater risk is that their immune response is slower and less vigorous. While vaccines are very helpful, they may not offer the same degree of protection as they do for younger individuals. Therefore, extra vigilance is needed. Diligent hand washing, avoiding touching your face, and steering clear of crowded or poorly ventilated areas can make a significant difference. Another factor is that travel often exposes you to unfamiliar germs, particularly when you visit different regions or countries. Your body may not have developed immunity to these new pathogens, which elevates the risk of getting sick. Gastrointestinal infections from contaminated food or water are very common travel-related illnesses that seniors must be cautious about. It's also important to acknowledge that recovering from an illness takes more time as we age. The energy, time, and medical attention needed to get back on your feet can disrupt travel plans and add stress that impacts your overall well-being. This is why incorporating rest days, knowing how to access medical care, and carrying a comprehensive travel health kit are so important. Medication management is also a factor. Certain medications can suppress the immune system or interfere with vaccines, making it even more vital to talk with your healthcare provider before you travel. Planning for potential health issues, knowing where to find medical help, and having travel insurance that covers emergencies are all wise precautions. Traveling with a companion can also be a great asset. Having someone with you who understands your health situation and can help watch for symptoms ensures you aren't facing these challenges by yourself. They can help with hydration, medication reminders, and making sure you don't overexert yourself. Ultimately, understanding this hidden danger means respecting your body's evolving needs without letting fear prevent you from enjoying the world. By taking precautions, listening to your body, and preparing with care, you can minimize the risk of infection and manage any health issues more effectively. Older travelers who adopt these strategies often find their adventures are not only safer but also more rewarding. They can explore with confidence, knowing they have done everything they can to protect themselves. And that is a freedom worth having. So, as you embark on your next journey, remember that while your immune system may have changed, with awareness and preparation, you can still explore, learn, and make memories to last a lifetime. Your health is just as important as your itinerary, and finding that balance will serve you well, no matter where you go. Number 4, the challenge of managing chronic conditions away from home. For many people over 70, traveling involves managing more than just a suitcase. It involves managing chronic health conditions in new environments, which can be a major hidden danger. A large number of seniors live with ongoing health issues such as diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, or heart disease, all of which demand consistent monitoring and care. While traveling is liberating, it disrupts the daily routines that keep these conditions under control. This makes it crucial to plan ahead for the challenges of managing your health while on the move. Think about Susan, a 74-year-old woman with type 2 diabetes who adores seeing new places. During one of her trips, she found it difficult to maintain stable blood sugar levels because her normal diet was replaced with unfamiliar foods, and she didn't have easy access to her healthcare team. Susan's medication schedule was also disrupted by changing time zones, causing dangerous fluctuations that required medical intervention. For many older travelers, the primary difficulty is in sticking to medication schedules and monitoring vital signs without the conveniences of home. Bringing an adequate supply of medication, ensuring it's stored correctly, and knowing what to do if a dose is missed are all critical. Running out of a necessary prescription in a different state or country can be both dangerous and stressful, especially if you're unsure how to get a refill. There is also the challenge of handling a medical emergency far from home. Knowing how to access healthcare services in different locations, having emergency contact numbers handy, and possessing insurance that covers you wherever you travel are essential safety nets. Being unprepared can result in delayed care and more severe health outcomes. Travel can also increase stress, which in turn affects chronic conditions. Irregular sleep, long travel days, and the physical demands of sightseeing can worsen symptoms or trigger flare-ups. For instance, arthritis pain might intensify after a long day of walking, and heart conditions could be aggravated by changes in altitude or climate. Learning to pace yourself and adjust your activities is more important than ever. Technology can be a great ally. Portable devices like blood pressure cuffs and glucose meters, along with smartphone apps that provide medication reminders, are invaluable tools for staying on top of your health. It is vital to speak with your doctor before you leave to discuss your travel plans and get personalized advice. This conversation might lead to adjusted medication timings, necessary vaccinations, or specific precautions based on your destination. Social support is also key. Traveling with a friend or family member who understands your health needs, or opting for group tours that offer medical support, can provide an extra layer of security. It's also a good idea to share your itinerary with family back home, so they know how to reach you in an emergency. Understanding your own limits and making choices that put your health first isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom. Planning a more relaxed itinerary, building in days for rest, and selecting accommodations that are close to medical facilities can make a world of difference in how safely and comfortably you travel. In the end, managing chronic conditions on the road is about more than just logistics. It's about honoring your body's needs and ensuring your adventures don't compromise your well-being. With the right preparation, support, and a positive mindset, you can continue to see the world while keeping your health firmly in your hands. If you are still with me and finding this video helpful, please show your support by commenting with the number 4 below. And if you're not yet a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out. Your support is what allows us to keep producing content that informs and inspires. Let's continue. Number 5. The higher risk of falls and accidents in unfamiliar places. One of the less discussed but very real dangers for seniors on the road is the elevated risk of falls and accidents, particularly when navigating new environments. After the age of 70, natural changes in our balance, vision, and reflexes mean that a simple step can suddenly become a risky maneuver. When you add an unfamiliar terrain, like cobblestone streets, different flooring types, uneven pavement, or slick surfaces, you have a perfect storm that can quickly turn a wonderful trip into a medical crisis. Consider Tom, a vibrant 76-year-old who loved to explore new cities by foot. On one of his trips, he tripped on an uneven sidewalk and fractured his hip. The incident was not only painful but also resulted in a lengthy hospital stay and a difficult recovery that postponed his trip home. Stories like Tom's are a sobering reminder that new surroundings demand extra awareness and preparation. As we get older, sensory changes can also affect our spatial awareness. A decline in depth perception, the presence of cataracts, or slower reaction times can make it more difficult to judge distances or notice obstacles. Combine this with the fatigue from travel, which can reduce focus and coordination, and the risk of a fall increases significantly. Even minor tumbles, when compounded by age-related bone fragility, can lead to severe injuries like broken bones or head trauma. Hotels and rental properties can sometimes have hidden hazards like high door thresholds, slippery bathtubs, or inadequate lighting. Public transportation hubs, airports, and popular attractions are often crowded and chaotic, raising the likelihood of an accident. Navigating staircases without handrails or walking on wet decks during a cruise can also be treacherous. Preventing falls while traveling begins with awareness and smart preparation. Wearing sturdy, comfortable shoes with good traction, using a cane or walker if needed, and carrying a lightweight walking stick can provide crucial stability. Planning your daily routes to avoid hazardous paths, resting often, and traveling with a companion who can offer a steady arm can all make a big difference. It's also smart to request a ground floor room or one near an elevator to reduce the need to use stairs. Maintaining your physical fitness with a focus on balance, strength, and flexibility, both before and during your trip, is equally important. Simple exercises, even those you can do in your hotel room, can improve your stability and lower your chances of falling. Staying well hydrated and nourished also supports muscle function and alertness, helping you feel more steady on your feet. Additionally, it's crucial to have a plan in case an accident does occur. Always carry identification, a list of emergency contacts, and information about nearby medical facilities. Comprehensive travel insurance that covers accidents and medical evacuation is an absolute must for peace of mind. Older travelers who take these precautions discover that they can enjoy their adventures more fully, without the constant fear of a fall or injury. Being proactive about your safety doesn't mean restricting your exploration. It means empowering yourself to move with confidence and dignity. Remember, falls are not an unavoidable consequence of aging or traveling. They are often preventable. By respecting your body's needs and being mindful of the risks in new environments, you empower yourself to remain active and independent. This approach not only protects your health but also enriches your travel experiences, turning every journey into a story of strength, joy, and discovery. So, the next time you plan a trip, make fall prevention a key component of your preparation. May your steps forward be sure and steady, carrying you safely through every new adventure and cherished moment. Final thoughts. As we conclude this video, I invite you to reflect on the 5 hidden dangers of traveling after 70 that we've discussed. Which one resonated with you the most? Was it the silent threat of dehydration that can drain your energy, or the unseen risk of blood clots during long journeys? Perhaps it was the heightened vulnerability to infections or the challenge of managing chronic conditions away from home that caught your attention. Or maybe it was the increased risk of falls and accidents in unfamiliar places. Each of these dangers might seem like a shadow dimming the light of travel, but understanding them gives you the power to navigate your journeys with safety and confidence. Traveling in your 70s and beyond doesn't have to be filled with anxiety or fear. It's about being informed, prepared, and proactive. It's about honoring the changes that come with age without letting them prevent you from experiencing new sights, flavors, and stories. You deserve to explore the world and make memories that will last a lifetime. But you also deserve to do it in a way that is safe and healthy. Your experience, your wisdom, and your vitality are invaluable. By acknowledging these hidden risks and taking simple, practical measures, you aren't just protecting yourself. You are enhancing your freedom and independence. You are sending a powerful message that aging isn't about giving up. It's about adapting, thriving, and continuing the adventure with knowledge and self-care. So, what is your key takeaway from today's video? Will you be more diligent about carrying a water bottle, commit to stretching on long trips, double-check your vaccinations, organize your medications with extra care, or choose those supportive shoes? Or maybe you'll do all of the above, because every small effort contributes to your overall well-being. We would love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below to share one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your life. Your insights are important to us, so please don't hesitate to share. Reading your comments provides us with great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.